How's it going, guys? So today I'm going to talk about meth addiction recovery, what it does to the addict, and what it does to the loved ones. So as you know, I'm a recovered addict, and when you start using and you're doing these drugs, and the toll that it takes on you, it takes on your family, it takes on your mind, your body. There's all kinds of different side effects. There's all kinds of different things that happen, and it's just crazy. Like, you'll be using, and all of a sudden you're out there, you're tearing your house apart, you're tearing your life apart, you look crazy, you're sitting out there, you're searching through wood, doors, carpets. You all of a sudden you become Bob the meth builder, and you're out there taking your washer apart thinking that something's wrong with it because you heard a tick. These are the crazy things that happen with these kinds of drugs. And not only, that's the weird stuff that we do or anybody does that is on that drug, but it also takes a toll on your mind. It makes you seem crazy. It makes you look crazy. You start thinking people are after you that's not even there. You start telling your family and your loved ones that, you're hearing things, you're seeing people, stuff like that. It's the stuff that it does to you. And some addicts don't ever recover from this side effect. They get stuck in that mental prison and they don't ever fully recover. Luckily, I was one of the ones that made it out, and with nothing touched on me, there's no effects at all. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful to God for that, absolutely 100%. But what you do and the things that you do when you're on this drug, it does something to you that is just unexplainable. You look sick. You're losing weight constantly. I remember when I was on it, I went from 200 and something pounds down to 130 pounds at my worst in my use. Can you imagine what a 230-pound person looks like after he loses that much weight? I look sick. I look disgusting. I didn't love myself. I hated who I was. I was trapped in a mental prison. My relationship was hanging on by a strand because of past trauma that I didn't heal, because of what some of my exes have done to me with cheating and, sleeping with my friends and things like that behind my back. And I never healed from it, so I brought it to my new relationship. And what the drug did when I used it, it brought up all that trauma, and that's the one part of my brain that it would attack. And I would start, bringing that into this new relationship, and I would start, and it would like send signals in my head saying like, okay, this is real, this is really happening. And it wasn't really happening. It wasn't true whatsoever. But because I never healed, I never put in the work, things like that, I never fully recovered from it until I got clean and sober. And the things that it does to you, it's scary, and it's difficult to get out those things. It's hard. But people sit here and they make fun of these people that are addiction, or they hurt them in any way they can because they see a person down and they attack them. They call us no good. They say that we're pieces of shit, that we're never going to get through this. We're never going to amount to anything. We're this, we're that. But really, what do they even know about us? They don't know what that person is going through. They don't know the kind of trauma that person has been through, and that's why he uses or she uses. Sometimes addicts use to cover up things that are going on in their lives, like past trauma, rape, molestation, see some of the other things that people go through, abusive homes, things like that. They don't know what that he or she has been through, but they sit there and they look down on them. Offer someone a hand, talk to them, be there for them. You never know what you can do to bring that addict out of that. And let's not forget the loved ones, what they're going through, what the addict puts the loved ones through. They they sit there and they don't realize that that loved one is in so much pain, so much hurt, and so much agony, because all they want to do is help that addict that's suffering, and they're trying to bring them out of it. And that addict don't see that at the time, because they're more concentrated on themselves, on the next high. You know, they're stuck in a mental prison, and they don't realize that they're not only hurting themselves, they're hurting other people also. And, you know, their loved ones are going through it too. And it's really hard when you're an addict and you're hearing all this stuff and you're going through it and you're trying to recover, but you're getting hit by every which way. You're getting people talking about you. You know, you got past trauma that you haven't healed yet. Then you see the shame and look and guilt in that person's eyes, because they're hurting their loved ones, they're hurting themselves, and it just brings them down more and brings them down more, and they don't know where to go. You know, there's times where we're in addiction and all we want is to get out. That's all we want. Not everybody wants to be an addict. Yes, there are people out there that just don't care. They don't want the help. They're just like, whatever. But the ones that do, they will fight. They will cry and hurt and sit in pain and beg for help and try to get out of it any which way they can, because they don't want to be like that. And those are the times that we need to reach out and we need to help those people, and we need to bring them out of that. Because I'm telling you, these drugs that they have today, they are taking people over like you wouldn't believe. And, you know, meth is a real bad one. It is tearing people apart, and some meth users don't ever get out of that psychosis that the meth puts them in. There are a lot of meth users that are in mental institutions after they recovered, because they still are messed up in the brain because of what that chemical does to the brain. And, you know, we look down on these people, and, you know, there's a lot of people out there that talk about them, and, you know, you never know. And for people that do that and that don't know what these people are going through, or don't even know what their families are going through, or the people that really love and adore these people are going through, so try to reach out and help somebody. Try to be there for somebody. And, you know, the world we live in today, that's what we need. We need people to be there for each other. And we need to help these people. We need to get them through whatever they're going through. Offer them support. Give them references. You know, be there for one another. Be there for the family. Things like that. And it's really tough. We try to get out of this addiction, and we try to overcome so much. And all the damage that we've done, all the things that we said, all the hurt that we've encountered. And it's a tough battle. And the ones that made it out, congratulations. You know, it's tough and it's hard. And for the ones that made it out untouched, that's not stuck in a mental prison, my God, glory be to God on that one for sure. Because a lot of us aren't. And it's just amazing to see the ones that have overcome and the ones that keep putting in the work. Because the stuff that we encounter, the stuff that we endure, it is a lot of pain, hurt, agony. It's a lot of emotion, you know, and we need to do whatever we can to make it out. We need to do whatever we can to overcome that addiction. Because these drugs are just tearing families and tearing people apart. And there's all kinds of things, side effects and things like that. And, you know, keep doing the work. Keep trying to make it out of there. Reach out and ask for help if you need help. And keep continuing to do good, because you don't want to go back down that road. And if you're trying to get out of that hole and you need some help, you need some guidance, reach out. That's all you have to do is reach out. Take that first step and talk to somebody. Even if it's just a counselor, you know, if you want to keep it private, do that. It's going to be the best thing for you, because you don't want to be in that mental prison. You don't want to keep going down that road. Just keep doing what you can. Keep applying those tactics to overcome this, and do the best you can every day.